from the education of a TV station. But look around, here goes the sound of the record ball, boom and pound. When I shut them down, I shut them down, 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 shut them down.
Hello, my YouTube brethren, and welcome to another episode of Def Jam Plague Wars. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I'm going to fight a plague of a plague, that is, one non-fightable or intangible plague that is somehow connected to an active and fightable plague. In this case, it will be a guy named Elliot Zax Pearson. First off, let's talk about Pearson briefly. I first met him about 6 years ago at my first college. He seemed like a very humorous individual, as well as a video game and music nerd and enthusiast, not unlike myself. At one point, he gave me advice about what colleges to go to and stuff, and he even considered me as a candidate for his voice acting club or whatever it was supposed to be. At first, we had a pretty decent relationship, but in January of 2008, I showed him one of my Def Jam vids, the first one in which I battled the Donald Taylor plague, in which I blamed for mentally, quote-unquote, ending my grandmother's life a bit too soon. Basically, Elliot was telling me a whole bunch of adverse shit, i.e. he had nothing to do with it, your point lacks logic, etc. In other words, he was practically defending my enemy. But let me say one thing. Nobody said my Def Jam videos had to be logically consistent, okay? Plus, I decide if whether someone will be targeted due to a certain incident, not you, alright? So there. Due to this, Elliot gained the wrong impression about me and couldn't accept the fact as to what I was doing, telling me I was crazy and all other sorts of dumb shit. I sent him another one of my videos and he then asked me to stop showing them to him for the obvious reasons. Basically, he just couldn't get the point of what I was doing and opted to criticize me for it in the process. Then, about 9 months later, Elliot showed up once in Daly's basement with another guy I knew named Reggie. Elliot played me for a fool by taking a Halloween flyer from me another guy had just handed me, and then said something about blacklisting me from some group or club or some shit. I had no idea what the hell he was talking about, but I eventually gained some sort of hint. At this point, our friendship was over, but it didn't really bother me that much because I hardly ever saw him anyways by that point. All I have to say to Elliot is, if you can't accept the fact that I do this, and all you want to do is criticize me and shit, then that's your goddamn loss. In other words, if you can't stand the heat, then get out of the motherfucking kitchen. So yeah, at that point I linked him to this asswipe Guillermo Assfucker. Originally it was Greg Guerrier, but I didn't want to do him. Instead, I decided to permanently affix this to Guillermo. It seems more appropriate to me that way. Now, it is official. Guillermo Assfucker is the one that corrupted Elliot and had him turn on me. What I will be fighting is, well, just look at it this way. Basically, I'm fighting both Elliot and Guillermo at the same time as a plague hybrid of sorts. You can look at it that way. It's a plague hybrid just like I did with the Dante Sam Mike Rowland plague back in the Whitney Houston fight. In addition, Elliot is another co-conspirator in this effed up economy along with douchebag Jerry Capon. He is the one who caused the quality of some foods and other consumer products, including magazines, video games, etc., to be significantly inferior and monotonous or whatever compared to what they used to be due to downsizing, and it's undoubtedly sickening. Not only that, but he's behind the quality of today's music on the radio being mostly pointless and repetitive, complete dog shit. This is what made me want to escape that type of stuff and switch to my own personal pop culture, which I enjoy far better. It's just like when some black men switch to Islam because they wish to abandon Christianity, and the reasoning for that is because Christianity is supposedly the white man's religion. Hope you guys should be able to understand that analogy by now.
You! Whoa! That was hot, man! Okay, the real fight is on. They're calling me. You got no... Here, fool!
Not only is this for eliminating all the good stuff on TV, but also for causing everything to be downsized or watered down to the point where it isn't fun anymore. Now the damage is done. You lay there crying like a little bitch, and you can also forget about having children, you slimy, good-for-nothing sack of shit!
Damn!
Sit, Toro, sit. Good boy.